Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this piece of software here called Bitsgap, right? And you're wondering, can you make money with Bitsgap? Is it a good, bought piece of software for you to manage your cryptocurrency on? How much money can you really make, and how does this really work? Okay, so I'm going to do a full review of Bitsgap, and then at the end you can decide whether this is the right strategy for you, or you might decide that there are other strategies that will be better for you currently at the time of your current financial situation, and then we'll see whether there's a better opportunity, right? So Bitsgap is a great piece of software. I've been using it for a while now, and the way that it works is you're able to basically make money in the market, in crypto markets, whether the market is going up or down, using a strategy called grid trading. Okay, so basically grid trading, you can see all these lines here, allows you to buy and sell crypto whether the market is going up or down. Okay, and the great thing is that you can create profit, right? That's the right word to use, profit, whether the market is tanking or going down, or whether the market is going up. Okay, so I'm in demo mode right now, and this is a cool thing about Bitsgap. You can either trade in real time or using play money, which is called demo mode, so that you can do a little bit of testing. And I'll show you my real accounts in a second here, but I just want to show you in demo mode how this kind of works, right? So the way that it would generally work is you would buy different coins that would pair up with other coins. That's kind of how cryptocurrency works, right? So in this example, you can see that I'm using the Matic coin against USDT, the Farm coin against Bitcoin, Coti against USDT, for example, right? And based on the relationship between these two, the overall portfolio is going to go either up or down. But the cool thing about Bitsgap is it allows you to make something called bot profit. And you can see here, this is real profit, right? So $3,000 right there is real profit. And I can withdraw that from my exchange right now if I want to, okay? And so the cool thing is that when you understand how to set it up, you can make money whether the market is going up or down. So whether it's going up in general or it's going down, I'm still making money. And that's how this bot profit here is created, which is really, really cool, okay? And if I wanted to, again, I could withdraw that money right now. Now, the reason why you see a lot of red here is because at the time of recording this video, the markets in general are going down. We're going through a bear market right now, right? So if you look at, Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the altcoins, a lot of them are dropping, all right? But as you know, with investments, especially in, whether it's you're buying stocks or funds or mutual funds or cryptocurrency, a bear market is actually the best time to buy, and it will always rebound, right? That's kind of how cryptocurrency works, okay? Within a year, there will always be, at least 2 or 3 times where the market goes down, but then it goes back up and it has a huge rebound. And we just came through a great bull run, which is why everything is kind of going down right now. And we'll just wait, probably a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, and the market should turn back around, okay? And that's why you see a lot of red here, because the overall value of the portfolio is down, but once that turns around, all of this will be green again. But here's a cool thing about Bitsgap, all right? Even though the market is down, I'm still making profit, because whether the market decides to go up or down, it doesn't matter, because with grid trading, you still make money whether the markets go down or whether it goes up. And that's why it's such a cool strategy, okay? And so this right here is the bot profit that is actually profit. That's a separate account from what you see in the red. And I could withdraw $3,000 right now, which is why it's so cool, okay? However, please understand that with Bitsgap, you do need money to trade, right? You need a minimum of at least $3,000 and at least about 3 bots before you run this operation. So you need at least about $10,000 before you get this started properly. Otherwise, it's probably not a good thing to invest in, because you need a little bit of capital to get this going, all right? But if you have the capital, then this is a great software. It's used internationally. A lot of people use it, and you can make money whether the markets go up or down, which is pretty cool, okay? So let me show you my live account right now, and I'm going to move from demo to real, okay? And you can see that I've got, a fair sum in here. I've got, over $200,000 in here, and I've made, just within the last 2-3 weeks, right, over $13,000 in profit, right? So that's, again, the portfolio is in the red, but I'm not concerned about that, because I'm not going to touch my robots. I'm just going to leave them open. And that's the whole thing about this strategy, is it's a medium to long-term strategy. If you need your money next week, you can't use this strategy, right? But I've got 13,000 there in the green, which I can withdraw right now and spend it, which is really, really cool. And that's why Bitsgap is such an awesome piece of software, okay? So nothing wrong with Bitsgap. It's more about how do you leverage this strategy so that you can be in the best position possible to win, right? And this is kind of how wealth is built, okay? And let me explain this to you a little bit, right? This is the big problem that people kind of make when they get into any sort of investment. And remember that Bitsgap is an investment strategy. Okay, it's a mid to long term strategy. If you want to make money from Bitsgap, don't expect to get your money tomorrow, because that's not how this works. You need to leave it in there for at least 6, 12, 18, 24 months, if not longer. All right, if you need your money next week, don't do Bitsgap, right? And let me kind of show you another strategy that I think is even better, all right, before you move into Bitsgap. So here's how wealth is actually built. Okay, so most people start off with having a full-time job, right? You work a full-time job, so whether you're working in a hair salon or a corporate job, or you're a pizza delivery person, it doesn't really matter, right? You make salary every single month from a job. Now what a lot of people do, and this is the mistake that people make, is they take a little bit of savings from their job income, from their salary, and they jump straight to step number 3. What they do is they take that and they buy crypto. Or they think that they're going to use that and they're going to put it into Bitsgap, right? Things like that. Now, you can do that, but that's a mistake, because the thing about taking your money, your salary, what little money that you have from the end of your month, right? Because most of the time people can't even save any money because they're not making enough salary, but they'll take a bit of savings and they'll put that into the markets, right? They'll put that into real estate. They'll put that into mutual funds. They'll put them into ETFs, and they'll put them into cryptocurrency, and they might put it into Bitsgap, right? Now that's not a good idea, because investments are a mid to long term strategy. Okay, mid to long term means 1 to 2 years to at least 10, 15, 20 years long. Especially if you're doing stuff like real estate, that's a minimum of 10 to 15, 20 years play, right? So you don't want to do that, because your money is locked up for the mid to long term, and that's not a good thing, especially if you're just getting started and you want to build your wealth, right? So what you need to do is, from step 1, the next natural step is actually to do step number 2, which is really to build a business income. Okay, but not just any business. You want to build an online business, and that's what I did. So in 2009, after being in my job for, at that point, 5 years, right, I decided that I needed to grow my wealth exponentially. How do I do that? Well, I would take some savings from my job and I would invest that into a business, where the business could start to become a money generating machine for me every single month. All right. Now, it took me a little while to figure out, but when I figured it out, what happened was my savings from my job became a money making vehicle online, and it was pumping out tens of thousands of dollars, okay, online, that I could then take, and then I could take that money and then reinvest it into step number 3. That's how you really, really build wealth, okay? So step number 2 is the most important thing. So that's what you really want to do. You want to take your savings and you want to build it, you want to build a business online, right? Don't do it offline. Don't build like a hair salon or a supermarket or a roofing business. Don't do that, because the costs are very high. You want to build a business online because the costs are very low, and you can scale and you can sell to the world, which will allow you to make way, way more money. And there's software and there's tools and the paid ads, videos, webinars, things like that that will allow you to create a lot of leverage, right? But when you do it online, you then create business income, which is very, very powerful. Let me show you some of my business income, all right? So this is my account. You can see right here. You can see, Aaron Chen. So this is real. This is not a screenshot. This is my actual website, which I can scroll up and down. And you can see that I've generated 585,000, so over $500,000 US in profit with this particular program that I'm reselling, right? So I'm selling other people's products digitally online, right? So what I do now is I take this income right here, all right, and I reinvest it into things like Bitsgap, right? So now I take that money, I put it in here, and you can see I've got over $200,000 in here at this current time, right? And it's making me this money on autopilot on the side. And that's how you grow real wealth, because I've now taken that money and I've invested it into mid to long-term vehicles. Okay, that's the key word here, mid to long-term vehicles, because I don't need that money right now, right? I've got that in savings. I'm going to put it into vehicles that are just going to grow on autopilot exponentially, right? And Bitsgap is one of those vehicles. Another vehicle might be ETFs or funds, mutual funds, right? Or another vehicle might be real estate, okay? So what you don't want to do is you don't want to go from step 1 to step 3 because you lock up all your money. You need that income, especially if you're just getting started today, right? And maybe you only have a little bit of savings. Maybe you only make, a $3,000 salary a month, right? So you don't have that much to save. So if you go from step 1 to step 3, that's a huge mistake, because you're locking up all of your savings. What you want is cash flow. And the way that you create cash flow is investing it into an online business that will allow you to build that cash producing machine. I hope that makes sense, right? And then once you get that cash, you can do whatever you want. You can pay yourself, or you can take, a lot of it and you can reinvest it into step number 3, which is mid to long term investment strategies. All right. So how did I do this? That's the big question. How did I build an online cash producing machine? And then you can take this money and you can do whatever you want with it, right? Well, what I do is I basically find a group of people in the world that have a problem that they're trying to solve. I find a product that will help them solve that problem, a digital product, and then I become a connector. I join them together, and when I join them together, they buy that product and I make a commission. That's how it works, right? And you can do the exact same thing. And the beauty about doing an online style business is you can do it from anywhere in the world. You can sell to anyone in the world, and all you need is an internet connection and a laptop or a computer. You can literally work from anywhere that you want, right? And obviously you need to know the know-how, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where you can get the know-how. How do you build a multiple 6-figure online income like this, right? Where you can produce a cash producing machine, okay? And then once you've got that money, you can then take that and reinvest it in strategies like Bitsgap, right? Like crypto. You can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, you can then leverage Bitsgap and make even more money. You can buy real estate, you can do all sorts of different things, right? But before you go to step number 3, you need to master step number 2, right? And that's what I want to teach you to master, because a lot of people don't know how to do it, right? So all you need to do to master step number 2 is register for my 6-figure affiliate marketing workshop. Just go ahead and click the link below or the arrow on the right hand side, and on the next page register for that workshop, and then check your email, because sometimes email ends up in spam. All right, and then I'm going to show you on that workshop exactly how I did this. All right, and this becomes very powerful once you leverage this skill set. Nobody can take that away from you. You're going to have a cash producing machine online, and then you can do whatever you want with that income. You can travel the world, you can take care of your family, you can reinvest that back into strategies like Bitsgap, like I showed you right here, okay? And that is how you start to grow wealth exponentially. All right, I hope you enjoyed this review of Bitsgap. It's a great piece of software, but please understand that you have to be ready for it financially, otherwise it's not going to work for you. All right, do it in the right steps, and then you can exponentially grow your wealth. I hope to see you in the workshop. Take care, and I'll see you soon.